as it is very difficult for you to accept that your loved one can be the abuser. Your loved one can be your perpetrator. It's very difficult. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing good and taking good care of themselves. So today I'm going to, talk about two of the mails that I received, and that mail really set me off. Yeah, I was like irritated. So I thought that let me, talk about it. And also, I would like to talk about why, narcissistic abuse awareness is essential, even if it, you know, um, makes others not feel that great. Yeah. I get to, see a lot of people who feel very uncomfortable, when I talk about narcissistic abuse. They uh, don't really say that they don't like all of these stuff, but they feel very uncomfortable around these topics. Yeah. So yes, I'm going to talk about all of that. And before I get going, I would request you all to like, share, subscribe the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys are updated whenever we put out a new content. So two mails I received last week. And the first mail was, it was, a girl who reached out to me for, therapy and session. And she has a narcissistic mother. The mother is physically violent and verbally abusive. The mother, assaults the daughter, the mother beats the daughter, the mother swears at the daughter in public spaces and in front of the others. So the mother is into antagonizing the daughter. The daughter feels miserable. The daughter is, working, and the daughter, makes good money, but she is still with her family. And the mother is narcissistic. The father is okay, and they are three people in the family. Now, this girl, tells me in detail what she goes through on a regular basis. Even though she makes lots of money, even though she's, at a good position at work, but still she is treated like shit at home, and she's never validated, and she's never appreciated for her contribution towards the household. And the mother feels very entitled. She takes away all her salary, and then the mother gives pocket money to the daughter. Yeah. So this is how it is. Then later on, the daughter tells that her mother also has a difficult backstory. She was also not treated right by her family. Then, towards the end, this individual tells me that I have not endured any trauma, and I'm quite sure that my mother is not narcissistic. Now, knowing the entire story, can you help me? What do you think I replied to that girl? Tell me. Comment below whatever you guys thought that I would have replied to that mail. Now let me tell you what I honestly replied to that girl. I simply wrote, I cannot help you, regards, Sarah. That's it. Now, why am I talking about this? Because this is a very unique case where the person is able to identify the abuse, I mean, she's going through, she's enduring, the kind of treatment she's getting, how she's suffering from low self worth, low self esteem, how she doesn't have a personal life of her own, how she is at the mercy of her mother, even though she's financially independent, but she is still, stuck in that dynamic. She reaches out to me, and then she tells me all of her story, and then she mentions that her mother is not narcissistic and she has not endured any trauma, and what is the way forward? And then me simply denying, refusing, and saying a no. This is a case of cognitive dissonance where the person is aware of everything, but it is very difficult for the person to accept the fact that his or her beloved, I mean, in this case, her beloved mother can be the abuser, her beloved mother can be the perpetrator. It is very difficult to accept. It is very difficult to accept that our loved ones can be, our abusers. Yeah, it's very difficult. It changes with time, but initially it's very difficult. Now, what do we do about these cases? How do we help them? We cannot help them. We can just keep creating awareness, because in the end, the difficult call, the difficult decision has to be made by such individuals. In the end, they have to decide if they at all want to be in that abusive setup or they want to free themselves. In the end, they have to decide, I mean, if it is the relationship that is more important or his or her mental peace. They have to decide. I cannot spoon feed them. I cannot, put it in an IV drip and, put it in them, and then she's going to learn anything and everything. Slowly, she's able to identify that things are not okay. This is what abuse looks like. This is what toxicity looks like. She's able to identify that. She's able to differentiate that, but she has this cognitive dissonance, whereas she cannot accept, I mean, at this point of time, that her mother is narcissistic. So rather than taking up that case, I simply said no, because the more time we give to such cases, the better it is for that individual. Let them process things. Yeah, so with time they will process. If they have to, if they don't, it's good with them. See, therapy is something which is for the individuals who are looking for it. Therapy is not something, you know um, for those who are in that confused state. In therapy, you will have a lot of uncomfortable conversations. In therapy, we will, go down a lot of uncomfortable memory lane. In therapy, we are going to work on a lot of things which you had been escaping. Yeah, the things, in order to escape, you had developed a lot of, maladaptive behavior and traits, a lot of, coping mechanisms that you developed just to escape certain things and feel good, I mean, soothe yourself. So therapy is a lot of inner work. Therapy is a lot of self reflection. Therapy is a lot of, you know I would say, troubleshooting the things which you had been ignoring and avoiding. Yeah, therapy is not for people who are delusional. Therapy is not for people who are suffering from cognitive dissonance. Um, because in the end, you need to understand it's your life and the journey is yours. Therapists, coaches, they can help you, they can heighten your awareness, they can, show you how things are and how things should be. But in the end, it's your decision. We cannot spoon feed, we cannot tell you, leave this, leave that. Yeah, we can help you navigate. But when you already have preconceived notions, when you already have certain, set assumptions, we won't be able to do anything, or you can say we are of no help in that case. Yeah, so this girl narrated the entire story, that, the different ways she's abused in front of the others. She's even hit and, sweared in front of the others. And why she thinks that, uh, her mother does all of this is because of her difficult backstory. Yeah, so in a way, what I can see is that she's having lots of cognitive dissonance. She is enmeshed in a wrong way, trauma bonded to the narcissistic mother. She still needs some time. She still needs time to process things. Yeah, she's not in that right frame of mind to seek therapy. Yeah. So, I mean, I was really irritated. I mean, when I came, to those last lines, I mean, I think my mother is not narcissistic. And just to tell you, I have not endured any kind of trauma. I was like, what? But anyways, I mean, I said no. And this is what I wanted to, share with you guys, that there is a period, there is a phase when you are in a narcissistic relationship, you know that there is something wrong, you're not feeling right, but because of cognitive dissonance, you keep giving chances to the narcissist. You keep giving them chances in hopes that he or she will change. Plus, it is very difficult for you to accept that your loved one can be the abuser. Your loved one can be your perpetrator. It's very difficult. So it takes time. So there is this phase in every narcissistic relationship where you try and give them another chances in hopes that things are going to change. But you reach saturation, and then you come to a point that this is how it is. I'll have to, find my way around. Yeah. Sometimes we often, label those individuals who are in narcissistic relationship as lazy individuals. You are just stuck in that relationship. You should just chuck her out. You should just chuck him out and come out of that relationship. It's not that easy. It's very easy to label the victims or who are in narcissistic relationship. But let me tell you their side of story. They are in that difficult spot. Yeah. There is lots of cognitive dissonance, gaslighting. You are in a lot of ways dependent on the narcissist. It gets very difficult. It's very easy for a third person to label these survivors the victims. Oh, you are very lazy. Oh, you are just not strong enough. You are just acting way too weak. I get to hear all of these things. It's not easy. Narcissistic relationship is all about confusion, manipulation. Yeah. And you are just stuck. But yes, as how you grow, as how you age, and as how you spend time in a narcissistic relationship, yes, there are a lot of damages that you incur and endure. But there is a kind of an awareness inside of you which is very close to radical acceptance, that nothing is going to work out. This person is not going to change. He or she is going to be the way how he or she is. Um, Now, let me try and, find ways around. So people, develop their own, survival strategy. As how you age in a narcissistic relationship, some of us do develop our own coping mechanism, our own strategies to survive that relationship. Not all of us are strong enough to kick the narcissist out and come out of that relationship. Yeah. With time, with awareness, things are changing. So I mean, it's not easy. It's very easy for the others to label the survivors. Oh, you're being too lazy, you're very lethargic, you're just being oversensitive, you should just kick her out, you should kick him out, you should just forget him and move on. It's not easy. It's very difficult. I mean, till the time you are not in that position, I think it is not advised to label those individuals with any kind of such things. It's not advisable, and it's not right. You really don't know what kind of a difficult spot these victims, these survivors are in. So yes, this was one of the mails. The other mail was, I mean, it was a viewer of my channel, and that viewer was saying, I'm really tired of so many contents related to narcissistic abuse. I know you had a narcissistic partner and narcissistic parent. Um, I think it's high time you should talk about something else. We are bored of hearing your story. That irritated me. I was furious and angry. My channel is all about creating awareness about narcissistic abuse and antagonistic relationship. My channel is like a community where people can come and speak what they have to. Yeah, for all the survivors, all the victims. It's a safe space. It's a community for the survivors. It's not a community for flying monkeys. It's not a community for people to vent out their frustration. It's not a community which is there to invalidate others' pain and misery. No, it's not a community to, you know, push in your propaganda or narratives. No, this channel is not about religion. This channel is not about your political preference. This channel is not about the deity that you worship. This channel is all about creating awareness about abuse, such antagonistic narcissistic relationship, and healing from such narcissistic relationship. Yeah, this channel is to, help people come together. Yeah, this channel is, to help these survivors validate their experience, those who are not in sessions, those who are not in therapy. Yeah, this channel is a source of validation to all those, individuals who have gone through, this narcissistic abuse. Yeah, so, such an ignorant, male, I was trying to analyze that person's mindset, and then I came to a conclusion. Then it was either an enabler or a narcissist who doesn't want me to keep doing my work, who doesn't want me to keep creating awareness about narcissistic abuse. Yeah, these narcissists are into, eulogizing any crap that is out there. Fathers are God, mothers are God, husband is God, this is God, that is God, this is not how it is, this is not the way, we are in golden era, we are all walking saints, we are in heaven. I mean, I don't buy all these lunacies. The kind of abuse that I see around on a daily basis, trust me, on ground, I mean, wherever you go, I mean, abuse exists in our society and it has been culturally appropriated. Yeah, I mean, religiously, socially, culturally appropriated. Yeah, don't, speak to your elders like this, even if the elders are abusive. Don't, talk back to your parents are God, even if the parents are toxic and abusive. Yeah, your husband is like a God, even if the husband is an alcoholic and husband is an abuser and a perpetrator. So I mean, I have seen a lot, especially in India. Abuse has been, appropriated to a huge extent. I mean, it's been long that abuse has become a part of our, culture and society, and it goes unchecked. When people start talking about it, then they are labeled, oh no, this is this propaganda, these are feminists, these are communists, these are that. How convenient. Yeah, if people talk about abuse, then, these flying monkeys, these narcissistic individuals, these psychopaths, these, you know uh, crazy people, they will come at you for creating, awareness about abuse. They will come at you and they will antagonize you, and they will start gaslighting you. Stop talking about your pain, stop talking about your narcissistic parent and narcissistic partner. I mean, it's been years that I'm talking about these things. And I mean, like, only in some of the videos I, give some example from my past experience. Otherwise, it's mostly, you know, the things that I have learned, researched, and, that I come across on a daily basis with my clients. Yeah. So basically, the kind of an atmosphere or the kind of a society that we are living in, it's all about abuse being appropriated. Don't talk about it, enable the abuse. Yeah, enable the narcissist, and that's it. So, the other male really set me off. I was really irritated. I mean, to tell you honestly, I was like, but then, I did, hold myself back, and I tried, seeing things the other way. And then I realized that most probably the person, the sender, was a flying monkey or an enabler or narcissist himself, who is trying to gaslight me. Yeah. So don't, you know, let anyone invalidate your pain. Don't let anyone minimize your pain. Don't let anyone gaslight, the abuse that you have gone through. Yeah, enablers are going to gaslight. All these narcissists, they're flying monkeys, they're going to keep gaslighting you. Everything is okay, this is how it is, this is how it is from the ancient time. I mean, if abuse is appropriated from ancient time, I think that ancient period must have been abusive. And if abuse is still, eulogized in today's time, there is something wrong with people. It's high time we should create awareness and talk about these things and help people recover, rather than pushing them back into, you know, such toxic cycles. So, yes, these were the two males that really irritated me. And I'm sure they must be, watching this. So, to both of you, spend time with your own self, work on your own self, and please don't take the trouble of mailing me. Yeah. And to the other folks, this is how crazy it gets. So, yes, in case if you would like to add in something, you can always comment below. Keep talking about narcissistic abuse, keep creating awareness about narcissistic abuse. Yeah, keep researching about it, keep reading about it, keep, teaching yourself, keep educating yourself. Yeah, and that's how we are going to make our space a little better, a little more habitable. Yeah. So, yes, take care of yourself. Lots of love and blessings to all of you. Don't ignore the red flags, and don't take the words of these flying monkeys, narcissists, their enablers seriously. They simply gaslight you and they enable the narcissist. The entire idea is to push you back in that toxic dynamic, to push you back in that abusive relationship. Yeah. Please take care of yourself. Lots of love and blessings. Bye.